Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. With the recent events in silver, I thought that I would just make my own silver video here and do it in silverfish style with my couple ounces here. But I'm gonna hope to be doing a video that's a little bit unlike the other videos that seem to be coming out now. There seem to be two types of silver videos that are making their way to YouTube. The videos from the people who approach it from the I told you so side, who seem to be calling a huge drop in silver, and congratulations to them, they are definitely right. But then there's also the second type where it seems that people are arguing that now you should hunker down and dig deep and you shouldn't worry about prices at this level. Right now I'm just trying to ignore all the noise and just try to make the best decision that we can. But also, too, I'm just going to provide a little bit of background here. These two Engelhard bars were part of the first 6 ounces that my brother and I bought. We bought them in May of 2011. The price had skyrocketed up to $50, I'm sure you guys all remember, and then it had dropped down to $35. And my brother and I bought right around that $35 mark. I can't remember exactly, but we seemed to get it pretty close to that. But before that, as I mentioned in previous videos, we'd been learning about silver and first hearing about precious metals all the way back in 2007. So it did take us some time to make our first purchase. After it went from 35, it bounced up to about the low 40s, and since then we have watched it pretty much go all the way down from that $35 mark all the way to 19. And we've bought a little bit along the way, but the point that I'm trying to make is there's two ways that we can look at these two silver bars in terms of the purchase that we made. We could either say it was a huge failure, we definitely timed it wrong, we should have waited, or we can look to see a little bit more that underlines what these two bars represent. Basically, from 2007 to our first purchase in 2011, my brother and I basically read everything in terms of economics. We listened to tons of podcasts, a lot from the Austrian School of Economics. Murray Rothbard, Hayek, von Mises, Menger, those types of guys. We don't do videos on them just because, one, we don't think that it would be too interesting, especially since our channel is dedicated to coin roll hunting. But also, too, we don't think that we would really do justice to those types of minds. I'm not really the best, teacher of Austrian economics, and to be honest, YouTube's littered with great thinkers like Tom Woods and Bob Murphy, those types of guys. But the point is that in those 4 years from 2007 to 2011, represented a huge transformation in my brother and I's thinking. We went from people who knew nothing about economics. To be honest, I don't even think I even knew or even was consciously aware that people were buying silver and what money was and those types of topics. But in those 4 years, my brother and I became people that went from economic illiteracy to basically people who knew what silver was, what a bond was, what fiat money was. So to me, these two silver bars and my entire silver stack doesn't represent just the amount of silver, the couple ounces that we have. My brother and I have basically a whole bunch of tools that we can hang our hat on, and that can't be taken away either if silver goes down or up. So what I'm trying to say is that your silver stack should be a representation of the journey that you're making as people. You should never stop learning. You should always be reading and trying to understand things. And for us, we look at silver in terms of the economics that's behind it. Not really in an egotistical way where we're putting our reputations on the line to people on YouTube and trying to cheerlead and saying that we got this price right or this price wrong, but here's why we're not really wrong. We put it all out there where here's what we buy, here's the reasons that we're buying it, and to us it makes sense at the time for why we're going to buy it and continue to purchase silver. So do your best to try to block out all the noise. Have your goals set. My brother and I, we have our goals set. We're going to try to put 10% of our wealth into silver and precious metals, gold and silver, into those types of assets to try to keep our wealth high. and protect our wealth from fiat money. But I just wanted to say that. Sorry for coming at you guys a little bit more amped up than I usually am. It's times like this where, it's really hard to go on YouTube and listen to both sides argue back and forth. We're just doing what we can here. And to be honest, we did make another purchase recently, and at these prices, it was good for us. We were able to make not only our biggest purchase per ounces, but also in terms of the dollar amount too. We actually were able to make our first purchase through an online dealer. Usually we get them at the coin store because it makes sense. We buy in such low quantity that we don't like to pay for shipping. But we threw all that out the window since our coin shop had none for about the past month, and we were able to make our first purchase. And we learned a little bit more along the way that way, just looking at the different dealers and the shipping costs. So hopefully, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, but I look forward to showing you guys the unboxing when we get our box and when the order comes in. It should be, I hope, a week. Hopefully it's not too long, but we'll be able to do an unboxing for you guys. So again, keep on learning, guys. Try not to put your entire ego or sadly, I see a lot of videos or comments to videos and even posts on forums where a lot of people are just devastated. I even saw a post on a forum where it was almost like a suicide letter, and I just thought that was really unfortunate. I felt extremely bad for those people, and what I can take away from that is not to put my entire life and being into these silver ounces, and to just do the best that I can and to have fun with my brother, which is why we do the coin roll hunting as well. I mean, if you're not having fun coin roll hunting, then you're definitely going to be wasting a lot of time, and it just doesn't make sense to do. So keep having fun, guys. Keep learning. I look forward to reading some of the comments in this section. I really love hearing from you guys, and I hope you guys are doing all right. I'm not going to tell you that this drop in price doesn't hurt. It definitely does. To me, it represents opportunity costs. A lot of people don't admit that, but it definitely does. I definitely would have been better off buying silver lower than higher. But as I mentioned earlier, it's not just the price that I'm worried about. It's definitely my journey of learning and having fun with my brother. And in the end, if I just stay on that line with learning, having fun, and making the best decisions that we can in terms of wealth protection, then at the end of the day, it'll all be worth it. So again, really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Leave me a comment if you can. But that's it for now, guys. I'll talk to you next video.